Yeah. Okay, I think we're good to go live. So 3, 2, 1.
You might want to hold off Blender too.
I think I
Oh,
might.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm gonna put myself in push to talk mode right now.
Okay.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
fine. Okay.
Push to talk
hello.
mode engaged.
Yes. Okay, I think we are good to go. Falconelli said she wasn't gonna make
Jeez.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so...
and now we do have the Discord attachment on, so we can definitely see that Chris is constantly talking. With
Yes.
I just realized that it's going to do that.
Whatever. We're I'm not
Again, it's just getting the public persona out there. That
Yeah.
you just see my name a lot.
I'm not going to. That's not the illegal part that we will judge you for. So yeah, the game updated since last week, and the technical difficulties were due to resolving the issues that cropped up with the fan patch that fixed the original version and was causing issues with the new version. But I think we're good now.
Jump.
Jump?
Is a fan patch what I think it is?
It's a patch made by fans.
For
Like,
fans.
It literally is that.
Yes. As in, like, the air conditioner. No.
Like, is
I
it?
get it, jokes.
Is the game open source or is it?
No. No, the original game that was released on Steam was just poorly functioning, and the fan patch just made it a playable PC game.
What ends up happening is that people reverse engineer the .dlls that make up the game, and then alter them or add extra functions into exterior files. Basically, people reverse engineer it and fix it.
Yeah.
Extensible engineering.
Which, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit before you got on, but Beat Saber has the same thing where, like, the fan community has definitely written more code than the company that makes Beat Saber.
Yeah, and better code by the Discord. But for my edification, what does the fan patch add?
It didn't really add anything, but, like, the original game had difficulty with non-4:3 resolutions.
Okay.
You know, like...
I remember playing it on my 16:9 monitor, but I don't know. But might also be the 21:9 Mafia, like, killing,
could be.
which they do.
Could be.
But also, it appears to have released the frame rate cap, just looking at your stream.
Yeah.
That is also a thing that PC gamers care a lot about for some reason.
Yes, the fan patch released the frame rate cap, which but like just last week they finally pushed out a patch that fixed a lot of the issues with the base game, but in doing so they broke a lot of the compatibility of the fan patch, and it
does look better than it has looked.
Yes, and it was being extremely angry. But like, for instance, it added borderless mode. It added global illumination toggle, which was apparently the biggest performance hit. It added this thing, which I presume is some advanced PC option. I don't know what. Contrast adaptive sharpening, whatever. And yeah, it stabilized the frame rate. But did put the 60 FPS cap back in place, which upsets the the gaming PC part of me, but you know, whatever, it's fine. the part that is looking to get as much performance as possible at the highest frame rate possible. Anyway, who remembers what happened?
I don't.
Nope.
We fought a giant kaiju robot in the sea, and then we woke up 8 hours later, and Nines was missing after having like practically nuked the thing.
You also fished a lot.
I also fished a lot.
There's a lot of fishing. That's the part that I caught.
I did find the pod that I
Do you have a valve
was looking
sticking out
for.
of your eye? Is this the Steam exclusive?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a
one
bit of
the
a weird
things.
thing that Japanese developers do. I don't get why. Like they have to throw in like Steam special things. Death Stranding did this too. Kind of
Yeah,
silly.
yeah. Final Fantasy 15, I think, was the weirdest one.
What
You
do
know,
they do with that?
put your JRPG anime boy in the HEV suit.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yes, we're just returning to the Resistance base camp to try and get some idea of what happened since we've been knocked out, and more specifically, where the hell 9S went. But first... I was gonna be like, can I not fuse the ones that I have equipped? But then I realized there is a separate icon for equipment. And also, no, I cannot fuse the ones I have equipped, but for a different reason. It was nice that the update didn't break my saves or anything.
What's up? I'm looking for something called a dynamic scanner that can detect black box signals. A dynamic... Oh, you must mean the one the twins built. I think they're just back from an expedition, actually. You should see some red-haired androids over there. Try talking to them. 2B. Those twins.
I want to point out that I played all the way through this game, and this is my first time hearing the English voice cast.
Yeah. The English voice cast is really good. I mean,
Well, I mean, 2B sounds about as like depressing as I expected her to. So, you know.
No, I really like 2B's voice actor.
How's that Japanese major treating you?
Did you major in Japanese?
Yes, it gave me an excuse to play all the video games that I want in Japanese for the rest of my life.
It's valid.
That said, though, my fluency has dwindled significantly since college.
Was gonna ask if you're still fluent enough to not need captions.
Yeah, no. I mean, the most it's good for is like giving a mortal shock to the occasional Japanese tourist on the subway.
Also, to be fair, you have been extremely busy since college with lots of like other things, and
Well, yes.
most recently, family.
Yeah.
An Earth-loving android collapsed in a cradle in the sky.
The euphemism, or
Nah,
I don't know what
Feel
it would
like-
be.
Or whatever you
I
want.
feel like a lot of the death messages might be. Yeah, okay, yeah, here are the twins.
Easy, Devila. There's no need to be so confrontational. And you don't have to trust every idiot that wanders by.
Hey, I'm the idiot who walked
Hola.
by.
Can we help you?
I need a scanner that can detect faint black box signals.
Ah, yeah. I was tinkering with something
Try
like
it.
that a little while back. Here, if you want it, it's all yours. That chip should help with your search. Once you install it, it can detect black box signals, quest objects, all manner of things. You'll hear
What the hell is a
sounds never
quest
felt.
object?
And if it ever bugs you too much, you can always pop it back out. Let us know if there's anything else you need from us, okay? And don't think this makes us friends. Oh, Devila.
Cool. That's not the right one. That's the
how you
right one.
find black boxes.
Mm.
By just jerking around.
By
That
becoming
whole
an
sphere.
anime ninja, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, I will point out, for Garrulus in particular, these are the twins on which the caster and healer robes in FF14 were based off of.
Gotcha.
So, you know, it's not like these two are important or anything. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just hold up the goddess
I
sword
picked up
and
a response in
scry.
the scanner.
Thankfully, we're not playing that.
This might be useful.
Search target 9S was caught in a large explosion over the water. Proposal. The search for 9S should commence in the flooded region.
Got it. It's funny. You're oddly chatty today.
Affirmative. As a support unit, I am capable of engaging in conversation as necessary. Proposal. 2B should initiate conversation more frequently.
Proposal denied.
Now that his other character is gone, we're going to supplement with this
Access
character.
point repairs
Mhm.
complete.
What is the propulsion system on her at the moment?
High
Um,
heels.
Yeah. You know, as you do.
And whatever burst of air that she manages to be regularly pushing out from the bottom of her skirt, we're not going to explore too much. It bothers me that she is swiping with the lance.
Yeah.
It's an odd way of using it. Oh, look, my voice signal turns off when I'm
Yeah,
not talking.
did
You
you
fixed
change
it.
your phone or something? What
Yeah.
would you do?
I did nothing different.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Woo! Oh, come on.
Well, androids can't swim; they rust.
Well, yeah.
But they can eat.
No, they can't.
Well, as long as it's like dry dog food.
I do admit, for much of this game, I was a little curious, like, in what way that 2B and 9S and the rest are androids. Like, they aren't really androids in any meaningful sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is sort of the point.
yeah.
But also, like, how much did you go, like, hunting for the fake endings and stuff?
I mean, I finished 9S's game, and then I finished, then I finished the other game, the other character after that, who I won't
Uh-huh.
name because I guess it's a spoiler or something,
Uh-huh.
and was left wondering, is that it? Like, I figured there had to be like another extra thing after that, but
There
like,
are
I don't
there
know.
are 5 main endings, and that
Okay.
So
and
you
that part of
didn't
the
do
game.
the one where you brutally murder a village?
Yeah, there are also, aside from the 5 main endings, 21 fake endings that you can get for fucking off and doing silly things during the course of the main
Yeah.
plot.
I did get a few of those, yes.
Yeah,
Well, there's like one ending per letter, right? So 26 endings total.
yeah, exactly.
Did you refer to killing an entire village, slaughtering an entire village as a silly thing?
I sure did.
I
sure did.
Yeah.
Just so silly.
Just so random. Oh my god.
So quirky. Yeah.
LOL. Oh, interesting.
Whomst Among Us has not slaughtered an entire village in the video game.
But I don't know if you went for that one, Skeet, but it is very slow because basically every time you hit them, they go into this animation. They go into this like invul phase where they're like, "We're not your enemy. Stop hitting us. Do not kill. Do not kill." And you have to wait for them to do that until you can hit them again.
So it's a really boring slaughter.
Oh yeah. No, it took like 15 minutes.
It scars you more than you think it will.
Well, maybe you.
But yeah,
Those with weak
other
minds.
than that, there's one fake ending that's like the jackass, the NPC named Jackass gives you a fish and is like, "Hey, can you eat this for science?" And if you do, it like congeals all of the fluids in 2B's body and kills her. But she was like, it was worth it. It was a very tasty fish.
So
I've
she
had
has
days like
taste
that.
buds.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers me that she can taste, but the act of eating kills her.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I don't know, maybe it was just a very poisonous fish. Well, it was a mackerel.
Mackerels are not poisonous
No.
without extra work.
Which, I wouldn't put it past Jackass to have put in that extra work. A ruthless android couldn't even get a hit in at a city consumed by nature.
What was attacking that they could not get a hit on?
That seems like a pretty good idea, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just leaning, though.
I do not have to bribe him again.
Good. Maybe. I mean, he's really not. No bikers. Really not taking advantage of. Ooh. Really not trying to milk as much money out of it as he can.
Easy. I've contacted the bunker. They should be here soon. Thank you.
Where did Crispy go?
Currently searching for a missing
He just
Yohai unit.
dropped.
Designation 9S.
Rip.
Should you possess any information on the subject, please disclose it at once.
Please, anything will help. 9S. That's that kid who was with you, right? I saw him all right. That explosion sent him flying.
Which direction?
Hard to say. I'll take my best guess at a landing spot and transfer the data to you. Thank you. You should stay here until the rescue team arrives.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Cool. So actually, the thing I like the most about 2B's voice actress is, well, take a guess at where she got her start.
This game.
No.
Final Fantasy 14.
Nope. But there is a free trial with you. Anyway.
NieR Sans Automata.
No. She got her start on Newgrounds.com doing Flash games.
Nice.
Yeah.
So voicing
Throwback.
a lot of naked women, like telling you that you're.
Yeah.
Like,
And a lot of like anime girls with questionable depictions. But like she built up enough of a portfolio, and then she said, one day she worked up the courage to go to a con where Yuri Lowenthal was, and she gave the tape to her. And he listened to it and was like, this is really good. I think you really have something there. And they talked a little more, and now she's a professional voice actress. For real. Doing real roles like this, which was her first, like, major starring role. But she also did, like, a bunch of Fire Emblem characters, too. And lots of anime.
Guess I gotta start doing some Newgrounds Flash cartoons.
Well, I have some
Yeah.
bad news about Flash.
All those Flash cartoons that you can do.
Yep. It'll be great.
Oh, hey, Crispy.
Where'd you go?
My laptop's super lagged out, so I restarted it.
Wait, so it's like all the content on Newgrounds gone now?
It's gone so much it's unusable.
Yeah.
Fair. That's what I
at
meant.
least, the Newgrounds website with all the revenue they're making somehow is apparently like helping sponsor the Ruffle project, which is once it's
archiving
successful,
it?
will eventually. Well, it's an open source implementation of Flash. So basically, like once it's available, it will actually be able to just run Flash animations in a browser again.
That aren't as like vulnerable to security holes.
That would be
presume.
huge for neopets.com.
I mean, as it is, it's already partially working, and there are examples of it working with like some simpler animations.
Yeah,
because-
like I know Flash shut down, but I haven't heard like of any sort of break in the economy of Flash games, if that makes sense.
I was actually surprised to hear that it was still being maintained at the time that it was like
Newgrounds or Flash?
Flash.
Mm.
But I remember it being like, speaking as a web developer from 10 years ago, like Flash was my greatest enemy for a while.
Yes.
But
Ooh, Homestar Runner is still working.
I wonder if it's just implemented with like modern web technologies now. Or is it just working, or is it working with Ruffle? It's possible they just never were using like advanced Flash like features, so it probably actually works with Ruffle now. But
Yeah, I feel like. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's using Ruffle. They call it out.
Well, there you go.
Hey, you think it's okay that we're searching for a 9S and came across a crucified android?
I mean, crucifixions they're usually, they mean good things, and definitely not any sort of cult.
Would 9S have made it this far inside?
Well, that got dark.
Well, that's why we have a flashlight. Loading screen.
Yep.
I like how the particles decided to go after a few seconds. You just go down into the sunlight?
Not the sunlight.
Into hackerspace.
Yeah. If I recall, like basically 9S gets it's a minor spoiler, I guess, but like I don't know if we care, but like 9S basically got trapped in a dream sequence. So
yeah, 9S.
I don't know.
9S is part of the game when you get to this part is different.
Is the copied city anything to do with the copied factory?
Perhaps. Copied factory being the FF14 raid.
I don't know if you know this, but we've played a little bit of FF14.
There's a free trial up to level 60.
Oh, I was wondering. Yes.
Unlimited hours of playtime. And includes the first expansion. Anyway.
The award-winning expansion Heavensward.
Unlikely the Yorha units came this far on their own. Hypothesis: the enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
The machines you've been fighting don't really seem like your mortal enemy. Most of them seem to not give a shit about any sort of war.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite bumbling.
Yeah, they're basically just, nice tampons that like run around.
Just a nice rusty tampon.
I feel like that is specifically a real-world tower, but I can't think of what.
It vaguely resembles Big Ben, but let me pull up a picture of it and see how wrong that is.
I mean, Big Ben has a clock.
Oh, yes, it doesn't have a clock on it, but apart from that. I can't see it anymore.
And then you follow these cubes into the forest to find the big daddy cube.
Her dress is sure covering stuff.
Welcome to my beloved city.
Sorry, it's still super weird for me to see this voice in English.
Machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion, war. The more human records I unearth, the more charmed I am by their complexity. This city is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand, to know humans. It's grand, don't you think? Almost spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing more
including
than
Android
graveyard.
players. Like, these
I
are
seek to
all...
learn and adopt all facets of humanity. Some desired love, others
These are all
vanity.
players.
I guess Adam's a tougher fight than you think.
Did I
Yeah.
realize the truth?
Could be.
The core of humanity is conflict. They fight.
I mean, does the game actually promise that, like, when you die, your body's going to appear in the place where you died?
You know nothing
Sort
about
of.
humanity.
Yeah. It is kind of a Dark Souls
Have I
thing.
offended you, little android? Did I speak ill of your beloved humans? The truth can be
So,
painful.
you're playing NieR Automata, but he's playing Control.
Yes.
We machines exist in a connected network. We are
And the androids...
Wait, so
Don't.
this is actually a crossover? Yeah.
all those infinite bits of data.
I mean, have you seen how many crossovers 2B has been in at this point?
It's true.
Life, death,
I know someone who, like, basically bought Soul Calibur for no reason other than that 2B was in it.
Which, to be fair, she's a lot of fun.
To
things
be fair.
I'm still, like, legitimately expecting her to be the last Smash character.
risk my life in battle.
I'm sure there have been very productive talks on that.
Mm-hmm. The director of NieR has been pretty explicit that, like, please, if you pay me enough, I will whore out my characters for you.
Mhm.
Let us
Well, it's not
embrace
like he knows what he's doing with them.
Nope. Woo.
Anytime I'm playing against a boss like this, I'm always super weirded out that, like, they don't react at all to being hit,
Yeah.
like, except when they do. I don't know.
I was just thinking about that with respect to the way he just kind of keeps calmly talking and monologuing to you. It's very at odds with the physical action happening.
Yeah, like that,
Well, I don't know
like
how
that
you
earlier boss
fight,
fight
but-
with him and his brother, where they basically, the boss fight just consists of them monologuing at you while you engage in fight cycles with them.
It's super weird.
It does look like if I hit him either enough times or at a certain point in his animation, it will break him.
Got your nose.
Yep. I think that was still in net positive.
I don't have time for you. I need to find 9S.
Ah, 9S.
The 9th S there is.
Would love if he called them nines.
I do enjoy this.
Speaking of crucified androids,
9S!
Anyone remember how, like, in older, like, years ago, Japanese companies were terrified about showing images that even looked vaguely like crucifixion for fear of, like, offending Christians in America?
did they?
Was it Japanese or 4Kids that censored them all out?
Well, I mean, it was done in .hack as well.
Okay.
Like, there was an animation when people were being data drained. They looked like they were being crucified in the Japanese version, but they changed it to, like, vaguely writhing in the American one. So
But also, like, Xenogears just explicitly has
it's true.
like all
You
the
know-
Christian symbolism.
They
More than-
probably figured that no one would actually play that far in Xenogears. And, like, also, it's hard for me to believe that the censors even themselves played that far in Xenogears.
Yeah,
But,
Xenogears is a fucking commitment.
yeah.
Xenogears to play casually, for reference, is about an 80-hour game.
Yes.
Like,
I mean-
without grinding and doing all the side quests.
Right. I mean, Xenogears is a game that's half made and padded and
And
still
still,
managed to be
it's
too
80
long.
hours, yeah.
Yum, corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Corpses everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
It's free healing. Jim. Nice flip.
So is this the final boss?
No.
Of ending, eh?
Mm.
Got him. Hug time.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Does he have blood?
He sure does.
He seems to have so much of it. Just an unreasonable amount of blood.
I don't know if you've noticed from
Well,
the
he had
city,
blood.
this city that he claims to have made, but the machine's ability to like create shit is extremely advanced. Also, I think I just missed an ending.
9S.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I feel like I remember there's an ending where you just fucking walk away from 9S after saving him from Adam.
More games should have endings like that. Fuck this, going home.
Yeah. There are a lot of those. And this, I kept finding them by accident my first playthrough.
Damn. 9S really went through hell. But you're the boss. You want him sent up to command body and all? I'll make it happen.
Thanks.
Oh. What? Nothing. Just... You've never been much for gratitude, you know? Not that I mind or anything. Oh, I also have a message for you. Command needs you to contact them ASAP. Got it.
This is 2B.
Patch me through to the commander.
Oh, hey, 2B. Roger that. Give me just a second here.
Also, I like how many of the androids are lesbians.
Upon further analysis, we learned that the machine, codenamed Adam, was responsible for managing half of their entire network. A disruption of this magnitude to their network should weaken the machine significantly.
What's going to happen to 9S?
He'll undergo a full data overhaul up here. Assuming we don't encounter any problems, we're planning to partner him with you again.
Thank you.
In the meantime, I have another mission for you. I've mailed you the briefing. Go ahead and take a look.
Understood.
It should arrive in 2 to 3 business days.
Mail notification received from access point.
Starting to feel like I could use some of these.
Did you get the ending that you get by pulling your brain out?
Yes.
Yes.
You can't miss that one.
It's extremely important.
Mhm.
Mm. I almost sold it again. I wonder if selling it directly from the menu just immediately triggers that ending too. Please, for the love of God, stop using the work server for your torrents.
Stop watching porn on the company.
I mean, have you seen how horny the androids are? That's an actual possibility. Report back to me if you see any machines behaving oddly.
Kind of stopped moving. That's odd behavior.
Huh. Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of killing.
Proposal. Procure information from the machine lifeform known as Pascal.
I suppose he might know something. Pascal, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, 2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've seen any new trends or behaviors among the machines.
New trends? Well, 2 days ago I was contacted by some machines that disconnected themselves from the network. They wanted to discuss a peace treaty.
No kidding.
Apparently, they're seeking to form an alliance of some kind with our village.
If that's what they want, why don't they move in?
I believe they're working on building a colony of their own.
You don't say.
Indeed. Apparently, it's located in the abandoned factory. I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself, you know. Maybe we can meet up over there?
Sounds good.
No.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
No. I have social anxiety.
It's inconvenience.
I think I played through the entire game and never managed to upgrade any of these. So.
Great pod get you.
Other
than a faster pod racer.
Yeah, probably a stronger version of this. Also, I just unlocked the last of the storage, so I can fill that space up. Darn it. 8 spaces left. I don't know. Sorts. Optimize. That's what I was looking for. There we go. I don't think that actually matters, but I like doing it. Right. Near the factory entrance.
Is this the copied factory?
Did you not get the sense when I was running through the factory and this game that is like, this looks an awful lot like the Raid in
Yeah,
Final Fantasy XIV, the hit MMORPG with a free trial up to levels.
This is
Just spilled so much powdered sugar over myself by accident.
Good job.
Why?
I need context for why.
Yeah, exactly.
Sugar.
I was drinking a glass of confectioner's sugar, and I just spit take.
It's in this
Spit
thing
take.
that I got, some like Greek prickly pear delights that are just dusted in powdered sugar, and it just got everywhere.
It certainly does.
Looks like a Coke deal gone wrong.
Sweet.
Anyways, I'll be right back.
This is a trap. This is a trap.
So you said something about weird cults?
This is a trap.
Yeah, why do these robots need to wear clothes?
It's a societal thing.
We live in a society, Crispy.
What are your thoughts on this, Pascal?
Let's get going.
Really eager.
Just really want to trigger this trap.
Pascal doesn't get out often. He's very excited.
This all seems pretty shady if you ask me.
So why are you still
Really? You think so?
The end being murder. Do not kill. Do not
Pascal's
kill.
trying his best.
So, you only got the ending for killing everyone in the village.
Mm-hmm.
What if you had killed Pascal, but not everyone else?
Not sure. I imagine in the kindest scenario he would respawn after you left the area and came back.
It'd be nice if the machines didn't imitate this part of humanity. If they could just, like...
Not if they could
Not
form creepy religious zealotry.
You don't have a heart for a robot.
Hello. My name is Pascal. I'm here to discuss the peace treaty.
I've had days like that.
Mood.
What?
His wondrous grace has become a god. Become a god. His wondrous grace has become a god. Become a god. We as well shall become as gods. Become as gods. We as well shall become as gods. Become as gods. All of you shall become as gods. Become as gods. All of you shall become
Well,
as
this is no longer Christianity based.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, because the gods... Because the Messiah character in Christianity definitely never died.
Zing.
not really running.
2B to bunker. We've had a run-in with hostile machines at the abandoned factory. We need an immediate escape route.
I feel like it would have actually made a pretty good subversion if, like, this sequence in the game did not turn into a massacre.
Yeah.
Like every single player going into the sequence is expecting to be murdering every robot there. So.
I mean, with how we've been playing the game, regardless of how the plot went. It was happening.
Yeah.
I will say the Game of the Year version that was released a couple of years after the original came out is called NieR Automata Become as Gods Edition. How could God, allow me to kill you after you all started to... Cool. Just in case.
In plucky fashion, there's like one guy who's just like selling healing items to like all the robots that are in the process of dying. Like,
that's a capitalism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 35.
Mm-hmm.
And 5.
And 80.
And 80. It's a code.
8.
Boob.
Not very intuitive organization.
It's actually just a bit flag field. And you can't prove me wrong.
Actually, I wonder what Unicode code point that is. What were the numbers? 80, 35, 5, 8?
Yeah, that's it. Most
Well,
of those...
presumably that's decimal and not hex.
Yeah, and most of those aren't in range, I don't think.
Yes, but...
The connection's too unstable to use the transporter.
Aren't in the range of readable characters, I should specify.
Mm-hmm. But, as Gar has been discovering, NieR does like using a lot of hex codes.
Yeah.
Hex translations.
Enough to start remembering the range that they should be in if it's actually letters.
Yeah, they started like 40 something?
Something like that. In Hex, I know they're the 6 and 7 range.
This was something I learned in college, but no longer really have a good memory of.
You got natural rubbers.
Mm-hmm. From rubber trees. I know the joke you were going for, and I'm taking it in a different, weird direction.
What happens if Pascal's right there when that closes on Pascal like that?
Pascal
answer
seems to
was
be
nothing.
doing. Yeah, Pascal seems to be doing better than me. Also, I probably didn't need to go back to kill them, but I did.
And here we are now.
And here we are now. I hunger for the blood of the machines.
Only Adam had that. But boy, did he have enough to make up for it.
Yep.
Will do.
Bold of you to assume that 2B is straight.
Does 2B have any awareness of sexuality whatsoever?
Oh! Oh, yeah. You... Have you played the game? Because the androids are extremely horny.
Okay. You and I remember the game very differently.
Maybe that was lost in the Japanese subtext.
Maybe, it's possible.
Obviously.
I was promised horny robots when I was told we were playing this.
Instead, you got tampons.
Exploding tampons.
Yes. Okay, in fairness, maybe they're not like tampons. Maybe they're more like vibrators.
Okay.
Only the
vibrators.
explosive ones. Oh, missed a chest there. The chest in the machine factory containing animal bait.
For those animal machines. This view feels less than ideal.
A little bit. Particularly since I could still sort of move in a 3D space. I like Pascal's little jetpack.
I want one.
Mm-hmm.
The door's open. Keep moving.
All right.
So, like, some of these guys seem to think that the ones attacking you are in the wrong.
Yes, apparently. I don't know if that was worth the extremely precise platforming.
I mean, you didn't fail it, so.
Yeah. But I had to spend a lot of anxiety spoons on it.
And this just feels like a Mario platformer, like especially the new Odyssey one stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This game definitely has a habit of suddenly deciding it's a platformer out of nowhere.
Yep. No, yeah, This game and the previous one were
See also side-scrolling shooter.
Yeah. Or top-down shooter or Star Fox or the original game had a Resident Evil segment. No. That one I failed up.
That's not really how you platform.
Nope.
Did anyone here ever play Earthworm Jim?
I've heard of it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't remember it very well. It was a really good game.
I
remember the music was good, or I've heard the music is good.
All I know nowadays is that the creator turned out to be a alt-right jackass.
I am not at all surprised by that. But I mean, the thing I remember about it is that like I remember it being super hard, and like I played it as like a tiny child, so like hard for me back then was probably not the same thing as hard for me now.
Yeah.
But then I did try playing it in an emulator, and it's still actually hard.
So, yeah, a lot of old games are legitimately hard.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot,
See,
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot, I don't find hard. I don't know. Maybe that's just the fact that I played it a lot. But
Oh, I mean, like
I don't know.
When I'm going like no depth, like 100%, that's when it gets
well,
hard. But yeah,
that is
like
pretty
just
hard.
playing through,
That is pretty hard. Yes,
it's
I'll
not
admit.
that bad.
So when's your 100% Crash Bandicoot 4 stream, Zoro?
If I want to take like 15 years of my life,
It'll be like watching me play Celeste. Equally painful.
I
Yeah,
don't
but in
know.
Celeste, you're allowed to die as many
Celeste,
times as you want.
yeah.
Celeste is an incredibly forgiving masochist platformer, is the thing.
That nevertheless beats you over the head with the thousands of times you died at the end of every level. But it's very nice about it. It's like, yes, you died a lot, but that's fine. That just means you're growing.
Yeah, it's somehow a metaphor for depression, but it's going to be okay.
And being trans, apparently.
And being trans, yeah.
Crash Bandicoot is just depression. No, it gets better. It's just...
Crash Bandicoot is a metaphor for the human condition and the futility of capitalism.
I'd write a thesis on that.
I'd read that thesis.
Ooh, just straight up one of those machine heads. I don't know if there's a way to get that chest. Nah, whatever. I won't worry about it now.
You're not gonna 100% the game? Jeez, what a loser.
Not immediately on the first run. Eventually you unlock a chapter select, and you can just basically go back to any point in the game that you wish. So, it's a lot easier to go for 100% at that point, if you want. Also, what happened to your mic, Gar?
I had to step away from the computer, so I'm on the I can still see it, but I have the sock in.
Gotcha. You think it's gonna be safe?
Yeah, no way there's a fight here.
Yeah.
I've played many video games. This is not indicative.
Yeah, sometimes I wish that like games would be a little bit more subtle about when you're encountering a boss arena. Like, I don't know. So, what does this thing have to do with the cult exactly?
These things. This looks familiar.
Detected over enemy unit. Physical defense shield detected. Analysis. Both long and close range attacks are ineffective.
That's everything. That is all attacks.
Inside attacks. Inside attacks do work.
That Goliath we just encountered.
Can we talk about the dick attack?
We need to talk about the dick attack.
Factory system at 80% control. Hang in there, 2B.
He's hacking the entire factory.
All of it.
92, 95, 98. I just shut down the electrical grid.
Enemy shield deactivated.
Now's the time to attack. Wow, it doesn't even really need those shields. It's taking
No.
this like a champ.
Yeah, it is really sort of overdoing it with the shields.
See, imagine what it would actually feel like to be a character hitting something that takes damage like that. It's like, if you're actually trying to do that, it's like you're waving your arm repeatedly at something that does not appear to be actually be taking any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If there weren't any like health bars, I'd be extremely frustrated.
Yeah.
For some reason, that doesn't annoy me in a lot of games, except for like Kingdom Hearts, where it feels like that combat system is built for enemies to be stunned and recoil and stuff, but they never actually do. There is 0 hit stun in Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I feel like there used to be. Maybe not in the recent one. I feel like the big belly guys, you always hit them in the belly and they go, ooh. Then they'd attack you, but...
And hit stun you for attacking them.
Yeah. No. There was no hit stun on the enemies. There was plenty of hit stun on you.
Yeah, hit stun is for humans.
It's because you have a heart. Well, I don't even know if that's...
Yeah, it's
true
because you
in
have a
that
heart.
game.
It's because you have a heart and a body.
Yeah.
What about a verse? Here's the one game where they're the unversed.
Head explode emoji.
Yeah, the unversed, the nobodies, the heartless. I don't even remember what the whole unversed thing is.
I don't either. I think they were tied to the evils.
I remember when Kingdom
Vanitas?
Hearts. I remember when Kingdom Hearts 2
Yeah.
came out, and like my girlfriend at the time was explaining to me like how it worked, and apparently you fight against like nobodies. And I remember like she'd been talking for a while, and I finally thought to ask, "Wait, what do you mean by fighting nobodies?"
What is a nobody?
Yeah.
I was so confused when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out because I was just like, oh, I understand the plot of Kingdom Hearts, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. I'm like,
And required
I
you to
don't-
have played the GBA
what?
game that was only available on the Game Boy Advance.
What I did actually play that, so I was still caught up. I'm like, all right, story still makes sense, still cool. Kingdom Hearts 2 was like, I'm like
Well, what
starting
if
to
it
not make
didn't?
sense.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of games on systems I didn't play. So I watched like 10 YouTube videos before I attempted Kingdom Hearts 3. And I still only kind of understand it.
Well, yeah, because there were 6 Kingdom Hearts games in between that you also needed to have played.
Yeah, those were covered in the YouTube videos.
You didn't play any of them? Some of them were actually pretty good.
I hear good things about Dream Drop Distance.
That and Birth by Sleep, I would say, are the
Yeah.
best ones. Although the story of Dream Drop Distance is when it gets extremely stupid. But
I almost referred to those as like Markov chain generated titles, but then realized that Markov chains actually produce better ones.
I mean, there is the whole theory that Kingdom Hearts 3 was all a dream. Not in like a dumb way. Like in a, this is a plot
it's Kingdom
point
Hearts, it's
way.
impossible for it to not be in a dumb way.
Well, like, I mean, not in like whatever the fucking movie with that twist of it was all a dream. Not that way.
Yeah.
But like, hey, this is actually a concept in the world where you can like do shit in your dreams. I read a whole, like, I don't know how long that Word doc was. I think I sent it to y'all.
You did. I read like 3 pages of it and was like, I'll finish this later, and never did.
Yeah, that's fair. It is an interesting theory.
But very extensive.
Yeah. Lot of backing points to it.
I missed a chance to say this when it was relative, but I did hear the theory that all of Kingdom Hearts was actually a Markov chain.
Yeah, see, well, what I said earlier was, like, I feel like the titles must have been generated by a Markov chain, but then realized that a Markov chain would generate better ones.
Yes.
Yes. And a better plot.
Yes.
In my opinion, the absolute stupidest Kingdom Hearts title is 358 Days Over 2.
You're not wrong. That is the stupidest title.
So is it 360 days?
No, it is very
68.
specific. It is very specifically a year minus 1 week.
But 358 days over 2, that would actually be 100.
Yeah, no, over 2 is referring to like the 2 souls that were experiencing those 358
Yeah,
days.
divided by 2. Yeah, I understand division.
Can you explain it to Tetsuya Nomura then? Because clearly he does not.
I mean, it was still divided over 2 souls.
That was very straight up and a Kool-Aid, drinking the Kool-Aid moments. That was a little depressing.
Google Calculator doesn't work for 358 over 2.
Does it just search?
Because it just
search
gives you the
Kingdom
Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. It worked for me.
Oh, maybe it did. Oh, I know what happened. For some reason, PDFs have been opening in Edge, so Edge was the browser I'd open.
And Edge doesn't have Google Calculator built into the search function.
Well, Bing, I think, doesn't.
Wait, really? That's like one of the easier things in Google to clone. It's a computer. It can do math.
Google doesn't always do it for me, though. If it's like complex, it's like, I don't feel like doing that.
Nope.
You stream for us.
Both streams for us.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you...
I was thinking it was just me.
Yeah.
Why'd you
Yeah,
have-
it's telling me OBS is dropping frames a lot.
I mean, not just OBS, Discord too.
I don't know why. It looks fine to me. But let me restart that.
I think Gar has to punch another hole in your seal.
Obviously.
Did you ever get that fixed?
No, they haven't returned from Brazil yet.
Have you grown accustomed to it? Are you in love with the hole now?
I duct tape some cardboard over it.
Oh.
I've grown accustomed to the hole.
I've grown accustomed to our hole. Oof.
Okay. OBS is telling me it is not dropping frames anymore. How does it look?
Well, you're paused, so.
Yeah, your stream, your Discord stream has stopped. You stopped streaming on Discord.
The Discord indicator on Twitch does look correct to tell me that you are actually getting frames. However, you did stop sharing to Discord.
I tried to go live on Discord.
There we go. Now
I'm not
okay.
Scanning for interference.
The machine requesting him backup. Forces in range. Please, we can...
Let's move.
So what did y'all miss? As soon as I left the factory.
That entire
most of
cutscene.
Yeah, we
most
missed
of that cutscene.
The not Adam being angry about dying.
Yeah, no, it was just a pretty generic. Why did you have to die? Blah 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 blah. And then it cut back to, I'll go ahead and kill them all. And he looked up and like half of his face was blackened. And
And who is that?
Eve. His name is Eve. And the Twitch stream is fun?
Yep.
Okay.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Isn't that
We
the
don't
guy
talk
who
about
voices the Animaniacs?
Robert Paulson?
Or Rob
Animaniacs
Pitt?
died in a fight club?
Whoa, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That is the joke. And then we cut back here, and Pascal was like, well, that was weird. I'm gonna go back to...
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's okay. And Tubi was like, sure. And then we got a call from the resistance camp, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Bad things are happening to us.
I know you're right. There is a Rob Paulson who's on the Animaniacs cast.
Yeah, that's how I know the name. I haven't seen Fight Club.
Whoa! Fight
Or the
Club?
Rocky Horror Picture Show, apparently.
What is the Rob Paulson relation to the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Oh, there's just a perfect moment in Rocky Horror where you have to say his name is Robert Paulson because it's such a perfect callback for that moment in Rocky Horror.
Okay.
Because-
I probably have heard it and just never understood the context, so I never made note of it.
I don't remember when that is.
Well, there's literally a scene when like a table gets pulled back and you see the corpse of Meatloaf.
Gotcha. No, when you're talking about. I've definitely seen that movie like 6 dozen times. So I just
Spoilers for Rocky Horror.
There's just meatloaf on the table. What's the big
meatloaf
deal?
for dinner.
I know what they had for dinner.
Why are their numbers increasing like this?
His song is the best song in Rocky Horror. There, I said it.
That's
No,
not
it's totally-
controversial. He's like the only
actual singer.
Are you talking about Hapatootie?
Yes.
Bless my soul.
Hapatootie, bless my soul.
Sex, drugs, and 3-year-olds.
Nice.
I kind of miss Rocky Horror and that culture.
My knowledge of the callbacks does mostly come from Skeet. Skeet's college's running of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I actually performed it in senior year.
Yeah.
And I was widely praised for my portrayal of Riff Raff, which I don't actually think was much of a compliment.
It's not. It is not a compliment.
But I did get very good at wearing heels. Let me put it that way.
It's a talent.
Gee, I wonder why the machines are incredibly aggressive all of a sudden. Could be anything.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
I think it's the biggest fight I've been in since I started the game.
Do they actually stop?
I'm not sure.
Should you be here still?
Maybe they don't. Maybe I should just go ahead and continue the plot.
Howard. Finish the fight, you savage.
That still only counts as one.
Well, androids have blood.
Are they eating them?
Should I be this hungry?
You okay? They came out of nowhere, overran the entire camp. We tried to fight back, but our shots have no effect.
Alert. Energy shields detected on multiple enemy fighters. Physical attacks recommended.
Got it. You get the other androids out of here. Good luck.
Dang. That attack did not go close to where you were.
I think the hitboxes have just decided to fuck off right now.
Got him.
Yep. The big one, at least. There's like 8 dozen more. It's fine. So, Skeef, you said you played through 9S's route. Spoiler alert, the next route is 9S's route.
You saved our lives.
Um,
What's going on here?
Did you
I
get
have
to
no idea.
the big plot
They
reveal
came out of
near the
nowhere,
end of
just-
9S's route?
Huh? That was outside the camp.
What? Oh no. Oh no, I don't hear anything. Hang on.
Skeeth hasn't said anything.
Yeah, but then your mic started lighting up and I was like, oh no, I still
Oh.
don't hear anything.
That was the sound of me drinking.
Oh. Well, fine, I guess I panicked for nothing.
You did. You did panic for nothing.
Anyway.
But aren't you glad you can still hear?
I don't know what I'm glad for anymore.
Aren't you glad I didn't say that?
Aren't you glad you can still hear? Like Crispy's logo?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be.
I'm well aware it's a peach.
What about my logo?
But I think it's an orange every time.
It's a peach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just really love Sunkissed.
Big orange guy.
No, that was the president.
Are you a big peach guy? I feel like I've never seen you eat a peach.
I mean, they're not really readily accessible a lot of the time.
But like when a good peach comes along, you're like, yeah, I want that peach.
I need something else.
I would
Yeah.
say yes to that.
Yeah, that
I
one.
mean, Crispy is a peach guy. So.
It has two meanings. There's levels to this.
I'm allergic to most stone fruit.
The most what?
Stone fruit?
Like ones with pits?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you actually, or is this a joke?
It's not a joke. It's not a metaphor. But it sounded like a metaphor, so I went for it.
Well, that sucks. Does that include like avocados?
No, just like peaches, nectarines, plums, apples. They're getting lumped in there for some reason.
Those very much don't have a pit.
But they make my mouth go numb.
Is it the skin or is it the fruit itself?
It is actually the skin. If I peel it and wash it, it's fine.
Interesting. Allergies are weird.
They are. No, I had to do 2 truths and a lie at one point, and that was like the boringest truth I can always do.
You ever go to the doctor and they're like, "You have any allergies?" And you're like, "None that I know of."
Exactly. Well,
and then you get like really scared that the one thing they're about to do to you, the one medication you're going to be allergic to.
If it makes you feel any better, that's exactly what happened to Mia. Mia and I have a friend whose father passed away that we were talking about on the stream last week.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The father?
Yeah, he had
this
a
makes
previously
me more anxious about.
Oh yeah,
That does not make me feel better.
He had a previously unknown iron allergy, and he got surgery for something else, and was allergic to the medication that.
Yeah, he was slightly anemic after some other surgery, so they gave him an iron supplement, and then he
Why
died.
do you think this would make me feel better?
I didn't. This is to make you feel worse, but it's also the truth.
I don't like that.
All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna like assume I'm allergic to everything.
It's the only way to be sure.
Allergic to most modern medicines.
Oh, that's why I'm anti-vax.
Yeah, you never
Actually,
know.
that is legitimately my mother did say along those lines that she was afraid of the vaccine because of that, but she was also saying this like 2 months after she had her second dose.
I mean, the thought crossed my mind, but I was also like, I'd like to see people again.
Skeeth, how's Divinity Original Sin?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No, it's
stressed
fine.
out where I am.
It's
like,
fine.
My daughter is giving me trouble because like she keeps screaming from her room, so I need something to clear my mind that is not watching something.
No, that's
like
totally
some
fine.
way to occupy my brain.
That's totally fine. You just
You
missed
were very
Ninus
much
doing a
allowed.
sick kamikaze.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he in the satellite?
Yep, he just flew down.
All of you are going to die.
Okay.
As androids, can they die?
As androids, can they do many things that humans can do? Is that, in fact, the thematic part of this game?
Can humans be Legion? No, this is more like that one boss in Kirby games.
Mhm.
One that has all the cloud stuff around it.
You say the one iBoss, but there's like 20 at this point.
At the one that has this mechanic.
Again, there are multiple at this point.
Not per game.
Not per game, but...
This is just Kirby. We can just call this Kirby.
Many games take inspiration from Kirby, to be fair.
Look, we're all Kirby.
And Kirby took inspiration from Nintendo's lawyer in the fight for Donkey Kong.
Isn't that a pickle?
I do
isn't that a
love
pickle?
that Kirby was named after the lawyer who defended them against the like Donkey Kong lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really? That's actually kind of great.
The lawyer who
thankful of
defended
him.
Nintendo was named John Kirby.
Not Jack Kirby. That's a different guy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the BDSM guy.
They're still coming? What do we do? There's too many.
2B, can you hear me?
No.
Pascal?
Do not kill. Do not kill.
What's the village under?
Ah!
It's impossible to tell.
It's under
really.
dentists.
Damn it! They're here too!
9S! It seems the machines on the network have gone berserk. They've sealed off the entrance to the village and are trying to hold them off. But with these weapons, there's only so much we can do.
Let's take these guys out first.
There's too many of them. You shouldn't even try. This is definitely a supposed to lose battle.
Mm.
It's weird how little of this game that I can remember.
Yeah, clearly.
You don't
I'm
remember
sorry.
the giant laser trash snake?
Or
No,
the dick,
actually, I don't.
or the dickless men. When Adam and Eve first showed up in the game, they were completely naked and had no dicks.
Okay,
And
well,
these people would not shut up about it.
The men you are about to see have no fucking dick.
need to start making puns with dick in it. I don't know.
Oh, thank you so much.
What happened here?
The machines on the network all went berserk at the same moment. I think
Or the Throg's dick bridge.
It's Eve.
Or Scadictity.
Pod, I need you to locate Eve's current position.
Location has been detected and placed on map.
We'll take care of Eve.
You just worry about keeping the village safe, okay?
Do be careful.
Brother!
You're not far off.
Looks like he's bombarding the area with forced connections. I think all these transmissions are making the machines go haywire. We have to find Eve and destroy him.
On it.
Now what?
Sup?
And here you are. I know you two feel the same. That this world is utterly meaningless.
Why
As
is
far
he
as I'm concerned,
putting
my
on
brother
blackface?
Was everything.
Why is he telekinetic?
Now
Why is he bleeding blood? Or
I'm sure it's not
crying
religious
blood?
symbolism.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure there's no other religious symbolism in Adam and Eve's characters.
Yeah.
I don't recall Eve being sad that somebody killed his brother.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't read this part of the Bible.
Yeah. I'm guessing their Bible was written by Image Comics in the 90s. But
Well, they didn't think it would be as good if they actually got a woman to play the role, so they just put in a white male because they thought it would sell better with the key demographic.
It's like whitewashing, but different.
Penis washing.
Dick washing.
Which you should do.
Yes.
You should do a healthy amount of dick washing.
What's a healthy amount?
Daily, probably.
Son of a bitch. I did the entire platforming mechanic perfectly, and then fell off by dodging.
Well, you should have just let it murk you.
Apparently. It's not like I can't take the hit. Ooh, that was just a lucky dodge. There we go. Just did a parry.
Commodore?
Alert. Massive energy signature detected.
What is it?
The energy seems to be coming from a large number of linked machine life forms.
He's absorbing the life force of whatever's left on the network.
Oh, actually healed.
We'll never get anywhere like this.
classic Platinum games. There's another health bar hidden behind the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Protecting Unit 9S while he hacks the system.
The enemy is connected to a vast network. Analysis. The actions of Unit 9S have an unacceptably low probability of success. Proposal. Unit 2B should abandon Unit 9.
If 9S says he can do it, then he will!
It's really nice of him to stop while you figure out what you want to do here.
Right?
Rummage through your purse.
Mm-hmm. Melee defense up seems good. And let's use a melee attack up as well.
Smolder Snipper?
That's somebody's Steam name, I guess.
Enemy unit cut off from network functionality.
Hell yeah.
Hulk smash! Definitely looked like he was just wearing a Hulk glove there.
Kind of.
Yeah, I just feel like this game has forgotten these characters are androids.
My sword,
It's
you
like
broke
they
my
wrote
sword.
that at the first meeting, and then no one, like, everyone else wrote it, assuming, like, yeah, we'll figure something else out. That's a terrible idea.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
And then they, like,
That's the point of
just-
the game, Crispy. You're missing the metaphor and the learnings.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like the last fight of the game?
Is this the last
Sorta.
fight of ending A?
Sure. Is this the last fight of ending A?
Do you actually want an answer to this question?
I don't know. I don't know why we wouldn't offhand.
Yes, this is the final boss of like this run
This
through
route,
the
yes.
game. Yes.
Cool. It feels very final bossy. That's why I was asking.
We are not remotely close to the actual, like, end of the game, but this is the final boss of Route A.
Gotcha.
Though calling them routes also feels kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Try trips.
Yeah.
Maybe no. It's got to be routes because this is a route, and every action within the route is a box.
Had
Because
explode
each time we
emoji.
play the game, we take a trip on one of these routes.
Ski, for reference, we all work in transportation engineering.
Oh, I see.
And
Got
these
it.
are.
I was wondering what joke you were making.
We're shitting on old.
These are
data
very inside jokes.
We're shitting on various data structures that have been attempted and thrown out.
Got it.
Except for trips. That's the current one.
We're still attempting that one.
But no, there was someone who quickly afterwards left the company who was trying to convince the whole company that you could make everything in transportation, including, like, he works in boats, but including in trucks and everything, a route and a box. A box.
Were they gone?
They are, yeah.
Were they forced out?
Amazing.
No, I think he decided to leave because no one took him seriously. But like a box was just a collection of anything, and a route was a movement of a box. And by anything, I mean anything, not just transportation things.
This is reminding me of a Stack Overflow post I saw once about, like, what is the funniest comment in code you've ever seen? And it's like, this guy had this class in his code called Richard is a fucking idiot control. And the comments are just talking about how this one awful guy, like, the company did terrible shit.
Hey, she has eyes.
And that variable cannot be renamed.
It breaks everything.
I really screwed up.
Hey, could one of you guys take care of that for me in the Twitch
Yeah,
chat?
I got it. I got
Thanks.
it.
I'm not in there. What?
Oh, just big follows. Oh, no, sorry, I got it first.
I can always reload.
I'm a pro.
From the bunker.
But you'll lose you, the you that exists at this very moment.
Guess so, but we can't upload this corrupted data to the bunker.
What, is someone being bad?
The bot came in and asked, and posted an ad.
Oh, I see.
Or getting big follows on twitch.tv.
Lovely.
I enjoy that I get to
More
read
into
the deleted message
quantity
still.
of follows than size of follows.
I care more about the quality of follows.
Every time I think about, like, how Twitter and Facebook have X active users, all I can think about is just how many fake profiles they both have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they're not all Russian bots, unlike what
Not
my
all
mother
of them are
says.
Russian. Not all of them are Russian. It's true.
Some of them are abusive ex-boyfriends.
Yes. Some of them work for Ted Cruz. You know, it's.
And he's just showing support by liking that particular tweet.
Oh.
But they need air?
What are we doing here?
Breath play.
She's humping him.
I see what you mean by this game being horny now.
You know, this.
He came.
Someone came.
Best one of his life. Going out with
First
a bang.
one of his life.
First one of his life, yeah. Brings new meaning to the term going out with a bang.
Nice.
That's true.
Well done.
Did she at least call him nines at the end?
Nope.
Emotions are bad.
Is that ever, like, addressed in any part of this game?
Mm-hmm. Again, this is the ending of the route, but not remotely the end of the game.
It always ends like this.
Oh, hey, Cavalli.
Hello.
Maybe it's Morse code.
A, A.
And under my umbrella. Ella.
Damned machines! Is this a message? The data transmissions, they're resonating with each other.
Is that how data in a network
yes. Yep.
works?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can data packets resonate?
Yep. I just go everywhere and it's fun.
You would not believe your eyes. 10 million robots die.
It looks like I left my personal data in the machine side of things. Next thing I knew, my sense of self was regenerated over the surrounding network. Having multiple selves fused together like this is a pretty valuable experience, so I wanted to record it. But I couldn't access any storage areas yet, so I just multiplexed it over the memories of some nearby enemies, so that when I returned to my own body,
This is some Iron Man bullshit.
I got big hands.
What is it that separates machines from androids like us?
What is it that separates androids from
Thumbs.
humans?
Consciousness. The final screams they summoned on the edge of death.
That's pretty metal.
They still echo within me.
Alright, that's NieR Automata.
Alright, we did
Good
it.
game, everybody. Yep.
Whoa.
Alright.
What are we playing next week?
Palate cleanser, probably. Something short, something sweet. No, we're not even halfway through the game. For real.
Flowers for Algernon? Or whatever that thing
I
was?
think that is the reference, yes. So, what do you think so far?
Wait, there's more of it?
There's more of it, yep. There's a lot more. There's so much more.
Matt Mercer. Hey.
Wait,
Dude's
who
in
is Matt
everything.
Mercer?
He's in everything.
I know, but who is he in this? I know who Matt Mercer is.
It was just like random background voices.
Gotcha. My association with Matt Mercer is that on the College Humor game show, Actually, he's a regular guest, and he is the biggest D&D nerd in the fucking world.
Which is
Have you watched
true
Roll20?
in real life.
I watch what?
Roll20?
No.
Isn't
Oh.
Roll20 an online RPG platform?
Oh, not Roll20. Critical Role.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're
That's
talking
what
about,
I
but
know
also
of
no.
Critical Role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really need to
I
catch
always
up on
mix
that.
those two in my mind.
Yeah.
I've
I know.
not watched that in forever, but that's really fun.
No, like, but there's just a bunch of questions where, like, Trap will ask a question, and Matt Mercer will correct the question. Like,
And
like
give
that
the
is the point of the
correct answer.
game. But, like, that is the point of the game, is to correct what's wrong with it. But then
Yes.
he will find out that they actually assumed the wrong thing, and will further correct them in a way that they were not intending.
He will have the absolute clearest understanding of the D&D rules. Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, like every time that I've attempted to GM D&D, like I just can't be asked to learn all the stupid D&D rules, so I always end up with one of my players adjudicating all the stupid rules for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Valid.
I'm
you
not that
gotta
kind of
do it.
GM.
Valid.
I think it really depends on like how in depth you want to go and like are people having fun? That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I just don't run D&D. I have a lot more fun.
That's
that way.
the easiest way to have fun. Not run
Yeah.
D&D. I like D&D fine.
There's
But
nothing wrong
I-
with D&D. It's just not my preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes us nerdy, or you nerdy. Just that.
Knowing that there are other TTRPG systems
Yeah.
than Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Wait, so D&D is officially like not nerdy anymore? It's like mainstream? Is that
Ever since Stranger
Critical Role
Things.
has Critical
Ever
Role
since
has
the
done
movie.
a lot. To be honest. Critical Role and a lot of actual play podcasts and shows have done a lot to make it cool to play.
Yeah, people love D&D these days. Pietro Leonardo Brugneri.
What? Were you saying
just-
Japanese names in an Italian accent?
No, that was very much an Italian name.
In a Japanese accent.
His name was Pietro. I guess this could be Russian.
Ooh,
But the-
that's a name I
was-
recognize. I didn't know
one?
he worked on this game. In the
Who?
localization department. I don't know.
Whom?
I don't know if Gar saw it.
Name.
Oh, I saw it on this stream. Oh, it's
Mhm.
that's the head localizer for FF14. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Uh,
I legitimately didn't know he worked on this though. That's cool.
Koji Fox.
David Ribs Carrillo.
Yeah. Michael Christopher Koji Fox.
Yes, that's it.
I love when people put their like nickname in the credits. Oh, it's
Okay, but Koji is actually like legitimately his Japanese name. He's like
No, I'm talking more about ribs.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Like in quotes.
Back
That
in,
is-
back in the
seeing-
day, that was what they had to do, though, because like the early video game industry was kind of fucked in terms of accreditation. Like they had to put in fake names or something. They couldn't be credited by their real names.
The early film industry was the same way because studios did not want the actors to become famous and therefore demand greater pay.
Hmm
So-
And I think in terms of video games, it was so the programmers couldn't be recruited away from
Mhm.
the development studios.
Interesting.
I will say, speaking as a programmer, I would never want to work in video games for a whole bunch of reasons.
Oh,
Are the industry aware that people can
Hold up,
just
hold
have
up, guys.
resumes
Hold
that,
up, hold
that
up.
say that they worked on these
Hold on.
projects?
Well, yeah, but like the idea was you couldn't point to actual proof of the project that you worked on.
Or if you become, they don't want you to become famous. I mean, if they
that's
become
what,
famous,
like-
they can demand more pay. You know?
Yeah,
And
a
then
lot of, like,
LinkedIn
early
is
Easter
like,
eggs
nope.
were just like developer names.
Anyway, we're getting a notification from Square Enix. We should check that.
Oh, hey, Square Enix.
This game has several different storylines that change each time you play. You have witnessed the A route, but there are still many story elements and changes to the gameplay systems you have not seen yet. We highly recommend you play through again to witness the full NieR Automata experience. We were legally obligated to put in this game because too many people complained, too many playtesters complained that they didn't understand jack and shit about the game when they played through it the first time.
I love that it's signed by the PR department.
Yeah, I
Right?
was about to ask why it was the PR, but you explained that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to save?
Yep. So that's Route A.
Very rowdy.
What were the other voice settings changes? Because I don't think that would have been. Yeah. Voice volume? No. Voice changer. Well, I won't check that out now because we would have to start up the next playthrough, which I don't feel like doing tonight. But,
Fair. We are at 10.
yeah, and it is, and that is like by design a decent stopping point. So yeah,
Like they knew.
thanks for stopping by, y'all. Especially Skeeth, first time here.
Thanks for running. My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah, you're always welcome to jump in and hang out during these.
Yep.
Sure.
Looking forward to starting a new game next week.
We're not doing that. It's gonna
I
be
mean,
this.
technically.
No, no, actually, we're clicking continue is the thing.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
Oh, it actually does say continue. Yeah, I wonder if there was like a big fight internally about that.
No, we said it would be a new game.
New game plus.
It sounds like the sort of thing that like Yoko Taro would have been like demanding it say only new game, but then like he had like staff pleading with him to not do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, extremely. Anyway, that's it for tonight.
Peace out.
Thanks for hanging out, folks. Have a good night.
Good night.